Arteta has broken silence on Gabriel Jesus not being 100% fit and has given us the reason as to why that is happening and whether he's going to start in the game of Leeds or not. That's what Mikel Arteta has gone ahead to flash to us today as he celebrated his fourth Manager of the Month award of the season. That is Mikel Arteta. Lots of things to say. Him winning, Saka winning the player award for the month of March, and obviously a player called Ramsdale winning the save of the month. So it shows you that it has been Arsenal throughout. Like last month, it was all Manchester United. Eric Ten Hag, manager of the month. Rashford, player of the month, and then David De Gea with the save of the month. So it looks like it has really transferred from Manchester to North London, and I really like it that way. So if at all next month Eric Ten Hag takes it, Rashford and De Gea, it will be good. Then the other month it goes back to Arsenal. I like it to be between Arsenal and Manchester. And you know, when these two are really so much competitive, the league has a different rhythm. You get a different rhythm and level altogether that is on, because the fans are really crazy. The fans of these two clubs, I mean Manchester United and Arsenal, they are really crazy. That's why I want to see Arsenal and United next season being close to one another. You get, whether the other one is stepping the foot of the other, I don't mind, but I want to see that closeness between Arsenal and Manchester United. And I think these two teams are going to play in the Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup and Carabao Cup. I want to see that competition going to the next level, and this is where we call upon these two teams to sign in players, back their managers, and we are going to enjoy the best of the season that we've never had ever in the Premier League. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner, that's the place to be. Now today has been a press conference of Mikel Arteta, but it has been really long that I cannot cover all it at once. So what I did was I started to get out portions. I'm going to bring it in portions. So this is the first portion of the press conference, and I think the next two are really going to come in through in the next 2-3 hours to come from now. Now, the first question that I really chose, that I thought that you Arsenal fans are really eager to know, was from a journalist, and it stated, Arteta on if Jesus is nearing 100% fitness. He said he's very close to that. In the last 10 days, he's made a big step forwards, and you can see that he is looser and he is not thinking about his previous injury, meaning that positivity is really building around the return of Jesus into the Arsenal team. I mean his full return, because he's now returning in pieces. I want to see him as a full specimen to that field of play, who can even go ahead and really dictate games as he was when he was not injured. That is Jesus for you. So the manager's hitting about him not being 100% fit, but he's forgetting and not think about the previous knee injury, because that's the most important part of it, because the knee is the pivot of the body. So if that keeps into your mind, it's very hard for you to heal. Then he ended onto the fitness of Jesus by saying you can see in training that he's already creating that chaos and unique moments that he's capable of. So he's in good place now. So Jesus is not 100% fit, but he's in a good place to come in and redo the needful for the team called Arsenal over the weekend. That's what Mikel Arteta has told us, and that shows you a lot of positivity, that maybe I was right when I said in my match preview that I would start Jesus ahead of Trossard, you get, and then Martinelli plays off the left, Trossard on the bench, Saka on the right, and Jesus through the center. Then later, as the game grows on, Arteta makes a decision to either take off Jesus or Martinelli for Leandro Trossard. So that is it. An update coming in from Arteta concerning the fitness of Jesus, but he's in contention to start for the game of Leeds. That is tomorrow as they take on that Midland side in. Is Leeds in the Midlands? I doubt. Now, today, Arsenal has been the most decorated team as far as the Premier League awards of the month of March are really concerned, and the first one to be really given the accolade was Mikel Arteta, and we've been told by Arsenal that Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has been named the Premier League manager of the month of March. It's Arteta's fourth man of the match award this season. Mikel Arteta is now just one manager of the month. Is just one manager of the month award behind Jurgen Klopp's record of 5 successful during a single season. And I think he's going to clutch the 5th one. He's going to clutch the 5th one, are going to be, because when you look at Arsenal in the month of March, they played 4 games, and those 4 games were, they played against Crystal Palace, they won 4-1. They played against Fulham, that was 3-0. They played against Everton, that was 4-0, and they played against Leicester City, and they won it by 1-0. And in all those games, Arsenal was really looking great, and I think Mikel Arteta, with that form, he deserves to be the manager of the month, because he's doing exceptional things for the club of Arsenal, and he deserves it, according to me. He deserves it, according to me. He's that player, he's that money that's going to transform his team, and his players are really so much in love with him. So congratulations to Mikel Arteta for winning the Manager of the Month award, and he deserves it because he was unbeaten. He won all the games, and in the last 6 games he has found himself winning every game for the side of Arsenal. Now, when he was asked today about him winning the 4th award in a single season, he said, we needed results and performances. We got the results in various ways. In some games, we had to react and push ourselves to the limit to get the results. And in the other ones, we were really dominant and we won the game with a bigger gap. We have to continue to do that in every single game to try to play better, and against Leeds, it is going to be the same case. So, Arteta was not even praiseful of himself after that award, because he's thinking on the bigger picture that these are the fruits of hard work. So he was like telling us that that's what hard work brings to the table. When you work hard and really win with your team, then individual accolades coming in through. I learned this from Marcus Rashford when he was asked about winning individual accolades. He said, no, I don't mind about it. All I mind about is the team, because when the team is performing well, it's a must, or it's a given that these individual accolades will come in through. And that's what Mikel Arteta was referring to us, that for this, it's obviously one of those things that you go ahead and really know that if at all your team is performing very well, then it's a given that you are going to find yourself in a position of really getting these individual awards. Now, it was not only him that was awarded. Saka was awarded as the Premier League player for the month of March, right? But to me, I wonder why Martinelli was not included into that. I believe Martinelli scored very many goals, but maybe they are considering the impact of the player, onto the team. I think that's why they nominated Trossard and Saka. And to my understanding, it was not good for Arsenal to have close to 3 players onto that list. I think Martinelli deserved to be there, but even Bukayo Saka winning it, because in the month of March he scored against Everton, he scored against Crystal Palace a brace, but with 4 assists. So he scored 4 goals and he had 4 assists in that entire month. So I think he deserves it. And after being announced, Mikel Arteta, during the press conference, he was asked a question that whether there is any player in a better form in his position right now, that is Bukayo Saka, and he had the following to say. Where is that tweet? So he needs to continue to do that. So this is what he had to say about Bukayo Saka's triumph today, and whether there is a player that plays better in his position. He said, I don't know. We try to assess the players and that we have, and he is in exceptional form. He's full of confidence and physically in the right condition, and he's providing the team exactly what he needs. And he needs to go ahead and do that to give the team the rhythm and triumphs that the team really needs. And I think you see to it that it was like Mikel Arteta telling you that there is no player in the Arsenal squad that can play like Bukayo Saka. Do you know why? Bukayo Saka doesn't have a backup. That's it. And that's why I think at the beginning of the summer transfer window, a Saka backup is going to be so much important. That's it. However, March is going in for midfielders, but he knows if Saka breaks down and gets an injury, Arsenal will be lacking balance off the right attacking side of the midfield, because the way we play nowadays has changed. A left-footed player plays on the right, and a right-footed player plays on the right, and a right-footed player plays onto the left. Back in the days, it was a left player playing on the left and the right player playing onto the right. Nowadays, things are changed. They are playing with inverted wingers. That's it. So the inverted wing play has taken over that wing play that used to be played way back of traditional number 7s and 11s being left-footed and right-footed respectively. But I think Saka is a very good player and he deserves the award, the accolade. He deserves it. But my worry is that the English media is doing something bad for this boy, and they've gone ahead to do this. I think the most hailed player in the month of March would have been Martinelli. Martinelli scored against Leicester City. He scored against Fulham. He scored against Everton. And he scored against... was it? Crystal Palace. Right? So... but he's nowhere near the news. So it shows you how favoritism is into the English media. But I think Martinelli has to get his PR team ready on social media, because if he doesn't really get it, he's not going to get where he's supposed to be. Look at players like Ronaldo. You get? He got that right. He needs to get this right, because Martinelli is on fire, and obviously he needs to get his PR team onto the job to really take him to the next level as far as being talked on is concerned. And I'm wondering why in the entire press conference today, Martinelli never had a journalist asking a question about him. You know, that shows you how this press conference was dominated by Jesus, Saliba, Thomas Partey, and Saka. He needs to get someone to keep throwing in those questions at Mikel Arteta, and that should be a joint effort with his agent. Now, Aaron Ramsdale having won the save of the month. It was that save that denied Solanke. Can I first show you that save? This is the save. I don't remember. It's the game of Bournemouth that would have taken the tally to 2-0 in first half, and he denied him. He denied him a chance to really score. That is Solanke trying to go past Ramsdale. It was a 1v1, and obviously Ramsdale spread himself well and stopped that ball from going the back of the net. It went into the corner, and obviously Arsenal kept itself into the position of reach of really getting that result back. So Ramsdale has won that, and this is what he had to say. This is what Ramsdale had to say after really clinching his first save of the month accolade. He said, I'm very pleased. There has been a few months where I've been nominated and better saves have won, to be fair, but the save enabled us to stay in the game and eventually win it. We do quite a lot of work with our goalkeeping coaches, doing spreads and 1v1. So I think it really kept them into the game. That's the most important statement I've heard him say, because him being nominated and not winning is less important if at all Arsenal stays winning and really getting these games. But that save he makes, that saves Solanke, that denies Solanke a goal, was really so much important for the team of Arsenal, and it kept them into the game, and they balanced throughout, and they really came in through that, and they really came in back. They pulled to back through Thomas Partey, Benny White, and then Reece Nelson scored the winner. He continued and said, the ball came across the box and Dominic Solanke couldn't get to it, and the winger took it first time. I knew I needed to get onto the end of it, and it managed to hit me on the forearm, so it was a nice save. Obviously, it was a nice save, and it deserves to be really one of those celebrating today that win in there for you. So guys, your thoughts on to Jesus not 100% fit are welcome in the comment section below. Mikel Arteta winning the manager award for the month of March for the Premier League. What are your thoughts about him? Then Bukayo Saka winning the Player of the Month award of March for the Premier League. Your thoughts about him onto that. And lastly, who won the save of the month. It's Aaron Ramsdale. What are your thoughts about that? All that is welcome into the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name. And guys, for now, we are signing out. See you later. And my Muslim friends, I've gotten the right verse. It's all about, it's known as Mubarak Karim, not Juma Karim. Much the Friday, it's Mubarak Karim. And my Christian friends, I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. And may the Almighty Lord see you through your endeavors. I sign out for now. See you later. I'm returning the next 2-3 hours to bring you the latest information as far as Arsenal is concerned. There is Saliba and Thomas Partey.